Afternoon, we'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. This includes the name of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. Reminder after the pep talk is to take the online learning com evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get the certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. And then another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one Menti to a free voucher for a RO hospital medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video now and show your faces. Okay, ready? That's it. 1, 2, 3. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk: the core course, the health disorder, and health issue courses. I have so far delivered at least 240 pep talks from May 15, 2021 to May 9, 2026 for a period of 5 years every Saturday, 2 to 3 p.m. And then May 16, last month, 2026 marks the start of year number 6. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled, Which Physician to Consult When You Have a Health Problem? The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have a basic understanding on which physician to consult when there is a health concern in their health management. So this particular talk will be part of the modules under navigating healthcare services. The contents of this pep talk will be the following. I'll be defining first the sum of the terms in the title, physician, consult, and health concern. And then I'll go to the main topic, which is which physicians to consult when you have a health concern. Disclaimer, the R.O. Hawson pep talk contains the R.O. Hawson thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations, or TPORs, culled from the experiences of R.O. Hawson and writings of other health professionals. So first definition of terms. When we talk about physician, let's define it as somebody, a person who is legally qualified or certified to practice medicine, or a doctor of medicine, maybe a general practitioner or a specialist. I'll expound on this later on. And then consult, when you talk about consult with a physician, this refers to a structured conversation where a physician listens to the patient's health concerns as he gathers information through questions and examinations, the physical exam, and then works with the patients to form a diagnosis and a plan of management. So the consultation may be in the mode of face-to-face or telemedical or online. When you talk about health concern as part of the one of the other term, the title, so this refers to a health-related issue, symptoms, findings, risks, questions, or any worry that prompts a person to seek advice, reassurance, evaluations, or treatment with the physicians. Again, I'll expound on this later on. This is just for a starter, the definition of health concern. So which physician to consult when you have a health concern? So which physician to consult when you have a health concern and you need to consult? Okay, so this is the assumption that you need to consult. Because last time we talked about there are occasions in which you don't need to consult a physician. So, okay, just as a review for the last during the last pep talk, remember you don't always have to consult a physician for every minor symptoms. You need not consult a physician for every symptoms, discomfort, or health-related questions, especially when this condition is minor, self-limiting, kusang nawawala, at improving. If your symptoms is mild and you're familiar with it and something you have safely managed at home before, it is usually safe to wait for a few days to see if it improves. So you don't have to see a doctor right away. So however, if a minor symptom lingers, nagpe-persist for more than a week or progressively worsen, nagiging malala, then that is your cue to upgrade it from a self-management to a professional opinion. That is to consult a physician. So let's now focus on the which physicians to consult when you have a health concern and you need to consult. So the basic question is, it depends on the type of health concern and the urgency of that health concern. So the answers to these two questions, the type and the urgency, will guide you on which physician to consult. So, but before we go any further, let's let's define first what is health concern. A health concern is any symptom, sign, or condition, or question or worry about one's health that causes a person to seek information, monitoring, or medical attention. A health concern is a broad term that includes both types. One, may mga the so-called objective problems. Yung kitang-kita, yun very obvious. Okay? So examples will be a breast lump, fever, mataas ang temperature, weight loss, and chest pain, and high blood pressure. So the other type of mga symptoms that will be under health concern will be the subjective worries or uncertainties. So yung mga hindi nakikita na not very obvious. Okay? Examples will be a fear that a symptom might indicate cancer, natatakot lang mo kayo, then concern about a family history of a disease, then questions about medication side effects. Okay, so we can divide health concern into objective problems and subjective worries, which all of us have experienced before. So again, these are some terms which related to health concerns which may guide you on which physicians to consult. When you talk about health concern, it's a broad issue or worry related to health. Now, when you talk about symptoms, this is defined as a subjective experience. Example, yung mga nararamdaman ninyo, a pain, dizziness, these are all called symptoms. It's a sign when it's an objective findings. So, pag nakikita ninyo yung rash, yung may temperature na mataas, which is fever, so that's a sign. A disease, if you know of a particular disease, case, so disease means a diagnosed medical condition. Okay. Example will be flu, cancer, Diagnosis is the identification of a disease or conditions. So deriving from the symptoms and signs, usually you try to come out with a identification of a particular disease. So that's diagnosis. So examples of symptoms will be persistent cough, headache, fatigue, abdominal pain. Ito yung nafe-feel lang ninyo natin. No? Whereas signs and symptoms, example, yung nakikita natin o yung nakakapa natin, breast lump, elevated blood pressure, abnormal laboratory test. usually very objective ang findings ito sa sign. Okay? Hindi yung subjective feeling. Yung subjective feelings, it's under symptoms. Now, examples of risk-related concerns, kung natatakot kayo sa family history, then natatakot kayo about smoking, the risk of smoking, the risk of obesity. So these are the concerns related to the risk. Preventive concerns, kung gusto nyo to prevent some diseases, you think of vaccinations, cancer screening, and healthy aging. So these are the things that you might want to seek a consultation with a physician. Then if you have anxiety over symptoms and fear of the recurrence, stress or sleep problems, these are called psychological concerns. You can either approach a generalist physicians muna bago a specialist like a psychiatrist for management. So these several categories, symptoms, signs, and then risk-related concern, preventive concerns, and psychological concerns can also guide you which physicians to consult, okay? Aside from the urgency, okay? So the other factor to consider on which physician to consult, aside from the type of the health concern as well as the urgency, is the type of physicians available in your community. So nowadays in the Philippines, there are 3 types of physicians readily available in the community. You know? So sa mga provinces, baka wala pa yung specialist physicians, no? Pero majority will have generalist physicians and emergency room physicians. So, to know which physicians to consult, aside from the type of health concern, you need to know is the different types of physicians in the community and what they do. Kung anong ginagawa nitong tatlong broad types of physicians. So let's talk about generalist physician. A generalist physician is a doctor who provides comprehensive, broad-based medical care rather than focusing on a single organ system, disease, or specialty. Very broad yung kanyang alam, okay? Pero might be superficial, very broad. So a generalist physician is a physician trained to evaluate and manage a wide range of health problems and provide preventive care, coordinate patient care, determine when referral to a specialist is needed. So marami siyang alam, pero baka hindi siya specialist. So once there's a need for a specialist, he refers. So there are several types of generalist physicians. We can categorize it in non-specialist level as well as specialist level. So example of non-specialist level are the general practitioners or GP. So these are usually the recent graduates of medicine, yung papapasa lang board exam. Okay? So doctors providing broad general medical care. So we can call them basic physicians is another term. So this is after graduating from medical school and obtaining a license to practice medicine, practice general medicine. So yan ang mga GPs, no? And primary care physicians, this serve as the first contact and coordinates the ongoing care. Ito yung palagi natin naririnig ngayon dito sa PhilHealth, YAKAP program. They usually have a primary care physicians, which are usually GP, general practitioners, which undergo a little more orientation for them to know when to refer, where to refer. Okay. Now, generalist physicians under yung mga specialist level naman, family medicine physicians. So these are GP, yung fresh graduate, and then who undergo formal training in family medicine. So this family medicine is a specialty, pero very broad din ito, general din ang ginagawa nito, broad general medicine. General internist, yung mga adult na medicine specialist who functions as a primary care physicians. Okay. So after graduation, pumunta siya sa internal medicine. So naging general internist siya. Then after pwede siya mag-proceed to specialty. Kung nag-proceed to siya sa heart specialty, magiging cardiologist ang tawag sa kanya. Kung nag-proceed siya sa lung or pulmonary specialty, ang pulmonologist ang tawag. Punta siya sa treatment of diabetes, further training, magiging endocrinologist siya. Then the other, another category, type of generalist physicians under the specialist level. These are the general pediatricians who can treat anything and for patients, for infants, children, and adolescents. Yes, sinabing general, very broad siya. Now she can take care of any problem in the pediatric patients. Okay. So to contrast it with specialists, when a generalist physician undergo further training in gastroenterology, we call that pedia-gastro, then pedia-pulmo, pedia-cardio, ganon. So specialist physicians naman is a medical doctor who has completed additional dagdag training and acquired expertise in a very specific field of medicine beyond the general medical education. So after graduating from medical school and obtaining a license to practice medicine, a physician can undergo several years of training, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, okay? And sometimes fellowship, further training after residency, another 1 year, 2 years in a particular specialty. A specialist physician is a doctor with advanced knowledge and skills in the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of diseases within a defined area of medicine. Medyo focus yung scope ng kanyang specialty. Okay. So here are examples of specialist physician. Okay. Internist, nag-specialize in heart diseases. We call that, kung adult siya, adult cardiologist. Kung pedia siya, pedia cardio. Sa lung diseases naman, okay, we call them pulmonologists, either pedia, pulmo, adult pulmo. Kidney, ganun din. Nagiging adult nephrologist, kung sa adult na doc or yung mga nagtitreat ng mga non-infants, or you can also have a pedia nephro. Digestive diseases, gastroenterologist ang specialty doon. Hormonal disorders, endocrinologist. You can have pedia, endo, adult, endo. Cancer naman, sa cancer, the general term is oncologist. You can have several types. You have medical onco, surgical onco, then you can have a pediatric medical onco, pediatric surgical onco, pwede rin. Blood disorders, mga subdugo naman, we call them hematologists. Then skin diseases, dermatologists. Brain and nervous diseases, you can have neurologists. And then for those who are operating on the brain, we call them neurosurgeons. Okay. Mental health disorder, you have psychiatrists. Again, you have adult psychiatrists and pediatric psychiatrists. Children's diseases, you have pediatrician as a specialty, but they can also serve as a generalist. Ear, nose, and throat diseases, you have the otorhinolaryngologist. Then in general diseases requiring surgery, we call them surgeon. So among the different types of surgeons, marami din yan. No? So you have the general surgeons, you have the colorectal surgeons, you have the thoracic surgeons, you have the neurosurgeons, you have the plastic surgeons, etc., etc. So marami. So the basic differences between a generalist physician and specialist physicians are the following. So sa generalist physician, ang practice niya is broad, very broad in scope, no? And then di naka-focus in one field. Whereas the specialist physician, narrow and focused areas of special expertise. Example, generalist physician would be GP, and then ito, pag naging specialist, nag-specialize siya sa cardio, So, cardiologist ang tawag sa kanya. Then the other differences are the generalist physician usually manages common health concerns, lahat, broad, no? And then sa specialist naman, they handle specific diseases, organ, depending on their specialty. Then generalist physician provides general, preventive, continuing care. Dito naman specialists, they provide focused expert care. Then, for generalist physicians in which they cannot handle everything, they coordinate referral. Minamanage pa rin ang pasyente, but parang coordinator sila. But in case there's a need for referral to a specialist, they coordinate. No? Yung specialist physicians naman are the ones receiving the referrals. Now let's go to the emergency room physicians. I added this one as a third category because this is a reality now in the Philippines. So an emergency room physicians is also called emergency medicine physicians. Is a doctor especially trained to evaluate, diagnose, stabilize, and treat patients with acute illnesses and injuries that require immediate medical attention. An emergency room physician is a physician who provides urgent and emergency medical care to patients presenting with sudden illness, injury, potentially life-threatening conditions, the emergency department. So emergency room physicians are usually seen in hospital setting. So there's an emergency room ng hospital. There are nowadays, hindi pa naman lahat, meron mga doctors na train in really doing emergency room medicine lang. Okay? Yung mga hospitals, yung mga sa probinsya, may mga emergency rooms, wala pang ganong specialty, so they can hire yung mga general practitioners to serve as emergency room physicians. Okay? So that's why I put a note here. Emergency room physicians can also include any kind of physicians who man the emergency room of a hospital. So kung walang yung specialty na emergency room, emergency medicine physicians, in-hire ng hospital, yung mga GPs, yung mga physicians who want to work to earn a living in the emergency room. So he or she may not have formal training in emergency medicine. For example, will be the general and basic physicians can serve as emergency room physicians. So usually yung mga bagong graduate, wala pang masyadong trabaho, wala pang so not going to specialty yet, they can do some moonlighting in the emergency rooms of hospitals na walang emergency room physicians. So general guide on which patients to consult. So consider all of these factors. Number one, the type of symptoms. Number two, the urgency of symptoms. Number three, knowledge of possible organ system problem or diagnosis. So dapat may inkling din kayo through patient empowerment program, may alam kayo baka ito sakit ng ano, then you know which physician to consult. Then the types of physician in the community, kung sino yung generalist, kung sino yung specialist, kung sino yung emergency room physicians, okay. Knowledge of expertise of the different types of physicians, the presence of a family physician to consult and to guide. Importante ito, no? Okay, if you have a family physician, okay, it will lessen your burden on which physician to choose. Kasi tutulungan ho kayo to decide which one, saan kayo pupunta. Then, of course, if you don't have a family physician, but you have a physician na kilalang-kilala ninyo, physician of choice, trusted, you can always see him. Or if you have a concern that related to his specialty, pwede niyo puntahan. Ganun din sa hospital, maraming masyadong hospital. Kung meron kayong trusted hospital, pili lang ang isang hospital na pupuntahan ninyo. So general advice that I can give, number one is have a personal medical advisor or a family doctor whom you can seek advice anytime on which physicians to consult for a health concern you may have. I have to tell you, it's not easy to decide which doctors to see. especially nowadays, maraming specialties, maraming specialists, no? So have a medical advisor or a doctor. Okay. So when you say family doctor, kahit na specialist can also be a family doctor kung di niya kaya yung health concern ng isa, yung pasyente niya, he can always advise you where to go. Number two advice is to always have a constant medical advisor whom you can contact anytime to advise you whether you need to go to emergency room or not. Kasi kadalasan, hindi niyo alam kung pupunta ba ako sa emergency room or not. No? Okay. So, and then, kung pumunta naman kayo, if you make the, I'm not saying wrong decision, pumunta kayo, minsan, malaking magagastos ninyo, baka hindi man kailangan pumunta. So, if you have a medical advisor whom you can contact through telemedical or by phone or by face-to-face, no, mag-guide sa inyo, kailangan ba pumunta sa hospital o pwede nang gamutin sa bahay o kaya outpatient na lang. No? So very important, this is an important advice, have a medical advisor. If you don't have a family doctor or a medical advisor, kung meron kayong symptoms na kailangan pumunta na sa isang doktor, the advice is to go to a generalist physician first, especially if you don't know, you're not sure of the nature of the medical conditions that you have, and you know that there is a specialist for your medical condition, hindi rin alam which one, and you want efficiency, okay? Wala kayong alam, no? So go for a generalist physician muna. Okay? The best is really if you know kung anong sakit ninyo at kung alam mo may isang specialist na gumagamot doon, puntahan na lang yung specialist kung kilala ho ninyo, no? Okay, at trusted ninyo. Kasi para hindi na, it saves you a lot of time. Kasi kung pagpunta kayo sa generalist, baka papasan mo kayo sa specialist. Okay? So less turn around time, and then greater expertise ang makukuha niyo sa specialist. And then at times, cost is also a factor. Kasi baka madoble yung gastos ninyo. If you go to a generalist and then specialist, madodoble yung gastos ninyo. No? But if you don't know of kung di nyo kabisado kung anong sakit ninyo at wala kayong kilalang doktor, no? The best thing to do is just go to a generalist physician. Go to a generalist physician if you don't know the nature of your medical condition. So mas maganda nga kung meron sa patient empowerment program, meron kayong inkling of what disease that you may have. Okay? So the generalist physicians will guide you when to see a specialist physician and which one kung nakita na kayo. Okay. Go to a generalist physician if you think the nature of your medical condition can be adequately handled by a generalist physician. So yung mga cough, colds, pwede na doon. No? Okay. Go to an emergency room physician if you have severe symptoms which pose a danger to your life. And if you're not certain of the nature of your medical condition, di kayo sigurado, and there is urgency, kailangan magpa-consult na, you would also rely on the physicians in the emergency room to refer you to a proper specialist physicians. Again, kung meron kayong severe symptoms, wala kayong kilalang doktor, which you cannot contact, whether you need to have emergency room admissions, punta na lang kayo sa emergency room, saka na lang kayo matulungan kung ma-identify kung anong disease ninyo at kung kailangan ng specialist, sila na magre-refer. No? But the best scenario is that, number one, meron kayong inkling of your disease, whether it's urgent, emergency, or not urgent. Number two, kung meron kayong kilalang doktor, no? Tanungin niyo muna. No? Kung wala kayong choice but to go to the emergency room. Now, the other advice is to read on common medical conditions as part of your patient empowerment program so that you will be familiar with them, and once they arise, you know when. Kung kailan kayo pupunta sa doktor and which physicians to consult. Be constantly familiar with the different types of physicians in your community and what they do for their expertise. So ngayon, nowadays, ang daming specialist ngayon, no? Nakakalito, no? So try to read on them, no? And see what they usually do. Be familiar with a hospital in your community, in which your nearby community nyo, or whatever community, whichever community that you have heard that you have trust on in, so which you will run to in case you need medical services, inclusive of physicians affiliated with the hospitals. So hindi lang yung hospitals na alam ninyo, na trusted, but also the doctors. Kung majority of doctors na have good reputations, yun na lang piliin ninyo. Then have a networking of friends who can also advise in which physicians to consult for a health concern that you may have. Importante yung mga kaibigan ninyo, mga relatives who can also tell you which physicians to go. So general guide on which physicians to consult as an illustrations. So there's an adult with non-emergency headache needing to consult a physician. So the question is, which physician to consult? So ito pinag-iisipan ng pasyente, these relatives, pupunta ba ako sa generalist physician? Okay. Kung generalist physician, sino? General practitioner or general internist? Or pupunta ba ako sa isang specialist physician? And which one? Neurologist or neurosurgeon? Kasi headache to, head, no? Or go to see a family physician. Kung may family physicians, go to see a family physicians. So my advice are the following. Walang hard and fast guidelines lang ito. If you have a family physician, sabi ko importante meron kayong family physician, consult him and her first right away. If you don't have a family physician, and if you don't know kasi headache yan, usually teritoryo ng neurologist, specialty ng neurologist or neurosurgeon. So kung hindi nyo kilala, wala kayong kilala neurologist or neurosurgeon, you can start with a generalist physician. Now, if there is a need to see a specialist physician, you can either go to a neurologist or neurosurgeon. Kung may kilala kayong neurosurgeon, puntahan ninyo. Hindi ibig sabihin, kahit na neurosurgeon siya, operahan kayo. Kung hindi kailangan operahan, sasabihin sa inyo, hindi kailangan operahan, gamot lang. No? Okay, rest lang. So, if the diagnosis needs an operation, kung sa palagay nyo, let's say stroke, o kaya meron kang headache kita, no? Headache. So, hindi yung mga trauma, kung especially mga trauma to the brain, usually neurosurgeon kagad yun, no? Pero kung headache na walang trauma, pero baka may stroke, you can see usually neurologist mo na, then neurosurgeon. Pero kung may kilala kay neurosurgeon, pwedeng diretso na sa neurosurgeon. Now, another situation, an adult with emergency headache. This time, emergency headache. Emergency headache means severe one with probable stroke. Baka may stroke kayo, needing to consult a physician. Which physician to consult? So you have these choices: emergency room physicians, neurologists, neurosurgeon, or family physicians. Okay. So again, the advice is if you have a family physician, consult him, her first as quickly as possible. Then if you have a trusted neurologist or neurosurgeon, consult him or her right away. If you don't have a family physician and you don't know any neurologist or neurosurgeon, go to the emergency room na. Okay. So titingnan na kayo ng emergency room physicians doon. No? Yung hospital na gusto ninyo of choice. Then another example, illustration, adult female with a concern of a breast mass needing to consult a physician. So which physician to consult? Generalist physician, either general practitioner or general internist, specialist physician, like general surgeons or breast surgeons, or family physicians. Again, if you have a family physician, consult him or first. him or her first. Then if you don't have a family physician and you don't know a general surgeon or breast specialist, start with a generalist physician. Kasi ito yung breast mass, usually teritoryo ng specialty ng general surgeons and breast surgeon, hindi OBGYN. No? Okay. Kadalasan, yung mga pasyente na breast mass pupunta sa OBGYN kasi hindi nila alam yung general surgeons ang may hawak doon, na may training doon. Okay? Yung iba naman, pupunta sa medical onco, hindi rin tama ho yun, no? Just the best person to see you as initially now will be a general surgeon or a breast surgeon. So, hindi ibig sabihin na surgeon sila, operahan kayo. Pag hindi kailangan operahan, hindi kayo operahan. Okay? But kung kailangan kayong operahan, pwede na. Tapos ipapayo kayo. So if there's a need to see a specialist physician, go either to a general surgeon and general surgeon. Yung general surgeon have training in breast surgery. Okay? Now, yung breast surgeons are a super specialist. They are usually general surgeons na undergo further training ng breast surgery. Yeah, super specialist ang breast surgeon. If you really want an expert care, you can go to a breast surgeon, no? But kung wala kayong kilalang breast surgeon, you can go to a general surgeon, kayang-kaya rin nila yun. Now, another example, an adult with a concern of possible goiter needing to consult a physician. Which physician to consult? So choices are generalist physician, general practitioner, or general internist, specialist physician, either endocrinologist or general surgeon or ENT, and family medicine. So these are your choices. Saan kayo pupunta? Again, if you have a family physician, consult him right away. And then if you don't have a family physician, and if you don't know of endocrinologist or a general surgeon, start with a generalist physician. Pero kung may kilala kayo na so goiter can be handled by endo, by general surgeon, or in ENT. So kung may kilala kayo doon, among which one of them, puntahan na lang ninyo. Now, if the diagnosis needs an operation, it's either the general surgeon or the ENT, not endo. Okay. Again, just to repeat the general factors and considerations in choosing which physicians to consult, the type of symptoms, okay, the urgency of the symptoms. Kung urgent na urgent, wala kayong kilala, then you have no choice but to go to the emergency room, physicians, or emergency rooms of hospitals. Then, knowledge of possible organ system problems or diagnosis that dapat alam niyo para alam niyo kung saan kayo pupunta. Type of physicians in the community, basically tatlo, no? But knowledge of expertise of the different types of physicians, no? Try to read on that, no? Presence of family physicians, ito yung ina-emphasize ko, importante yon, no? Okay. A family physician does not have to be a family medicine specialist, no? It can be any, a general surgeon, any physicians can serve as a family physician. He is a physician who can guide family. Yan ang definition ng family physician ko, no? And I'm not using the word family medicine physician. No? Family physician. Okay? Doktor ng family. No? Whatever be his specialties. Then physician of choice, try to make a friend or select a physician that you trust. No? And then, pag kilala ninyo, whatever be his specialties, humingi kayo ng tulong for yung mga advices, where to go. No? Ganun din sa hospital of choice, kung saan kayo pupunta, make sure that yung hospital na pupuntahan ninyo, trusted ninyo, at gusto ninyo. No? Okay. So, takeaway for this particular pep talk, we have discussed the following. Okay? Physicians, consult health concern, And then I also discuss in details which physicians to consult when you have a health concern. And then takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on which physician to consult when there is a health problem. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the four Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on which physician to consult when there is health problem as part of your health management. So future-related topics that we might discuss under the navigating healthcare services, which hospitals consult when you have a health concern, what are the advices on the use of internet. So may nag-comment last time on their feedback on the previous pep talk. Gusto nila merong topic on this one. So I will be discussing this in the near future. Okay. So this ends my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have a under basic understanding on which physicians to consult when there is a health problem in your health management. Before we go to the question and answer portion, reminder after the pep talk, please take the Onlete for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this like this. And then I place the link in the chat box. And then obtaining 25 Olete certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for a RO medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the question and answer and interactions. Please turn on your video now. Okay. Show your faces. Ready? Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Save ko lang sandali. Okay. The floor is now open for questions that you may have, comments, suggestions, pre-consultations, pwede. Okay. Sharing of experiences, pwede rin. Okay. I encourage that. Okay. Any questions? We welcome a newcomer, si Michelle Gratuito. Okay. Michelle, welcome.
Hello po, good afternoon po.
Okay. May tanong ka?
Wala pa po daw kasi, ano po, sorry po, di po namin kasi kagad nahanap yung link kanina kaya, hindi po kami sa opening kaya.
Yung umpisa, hindi mo nakinig.
Opo, hindi po namin yung umpisa, sorry po.
Okay.
Maybe next time po daw, sorry po.
Okay. Pero from your experience, ang topic kasi rito ngayon is which physicians to consult, no? Kung meron kang health concern, no? So, yung sa'yo, i-recall mo nga. So, 17 years ago, 17
Opo,
ka na, di ba?
opo.
So, 17 years ago, may nakapakang bukol sa
Yes
breast.
po, Doc. Opo, Doc.
Sinong unang pinuntahan mo? Sinong naisipan mo?
Kaagad po kasi, Doc, kasi naisip ko po kasi cancer yon. So, ano rin po kami, Doc, sa financial kagad kasi cancer, alam niyo na po. So, dumiretso po kagad kami sa PGH.
PGH mo na.
Opo, PGH then pumila po kami dun sa mga outpatient, Doc. So,
Okay.
concern ko po is ganon. So, nag-require na po kagad sila ng biopsy at saka yung iba pong ibang mammogram, may ibang laboratory po. So, doon po nag-ano kagad kami. Sunod-sunod na po yung doc, nag-ano na kami ng mga ano namin ng mga ano ko po test ko po. So nung nalaman ko nga po doc na cancer na po yun 2A, stage 2A. So ang blanco po kagad ako. Tapos po, sorry po, naalala ko lang po kasi na yun po yung iyak na ako nang iyak kasi po cancer, mamamatay na po ako. So, buti na lang po meron po akong ano doc, yung mga kakilala po, kaibigan, mga customer po na sabi po nila, magagamot pa po. Ano lang po, dasal, then check up po. So, buti na lang po, Dok, na kilala ko po nun si Ma'am Tessie, which is yun po yung ipad nyo po. So, siya po yung nag-recommend po nun sa inyo po. Napuntahan po kayo, kumuha po ako ng second opinion. So, yun po, doon na po nag-start na diretso na po ako sa inyo kaagad. Tapos, kung yung advice na po sa akin na opera na po. So, sa inyo na lang po ako, Dok, nag-ano po, nag-check ka, pumunta, wala na pa akong ibang pinuntahan. So, doon na po. Kaya, pag yung tinatanong niyo po sa akin kung saan pa ako kung saan pa ako pupunta, wala pa akong ibang pupuntahan kayo at kayo po. Wala na po.
Okay.
Ako.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Okay, so para pag yung share kayo, marami tayong napupulot ng ibang ng mga lessons by the others, no? So, number one lessons here, okay, pumunta kayo ng PGH, di ba? Because of a breast mass, no? So, pero hindi niyo alam kung sinong titingin sa inyo kasi government yon, no? Okay. In contrast to pag pumunta kayo sa private, saan kayo pupunta? So, minsan, magtatanong kayo, di ba? So, yung sa PGH, baka sa outpatient kayo pumunta muna, meron tinatawag na triads, may magtatanong, anong problema ho ninyo, di ba? So, nung sinabi mong breast, so dinirect ka na doon sa sa surgery, di ba? Sa breast clinic, no? Okay, ganon. No. Kung sa private hospital, iba yung sistema, no? No? Kung wala kayong kilala, pupunta kayo doon, sasabihin ko, kung tatanong kayo sa information, sino ba tumitingin ng breast mask? Ganon, di ba? Okay. So, hindi mo, minsan, yung mga, yung mga tao sa information, no? Hindi alam, no? Kung anong gagawin. So, minsan, kasi private ito, kung minsan may may mga paboritong doktor sila, di ba? Okay. So, baka hindi ka papunta kagad sa isang surgeon na yung specialista sa breast. Baka papunta ka po na sa OB, papunta ka pa sa ibang general practitioners, ganun, iba-iba, no? Okay? So, yan ang possibility, no? Okay. So, the best scenario sa private hospital, kung may breast problem ka, alam ng tao sa information, saan ka ituturo, no? Kung saan pupunta, no? So, it's easy. Kung may breast clinic, maraming hospital nagpapatayo ng mga breast clinic ngayon, no? So, pwedeng punta kayo dun sa breast clinic, no? Okay? Or kung hindi, pupuntahin kayo sa dapat general surgeon or breast surgeon ang papunta, no? I-refer, no? Okay? So, pero kung may kilala kayo naman, no? Isang senaryo, may kilala kayong breast surgeon, sabi mo, kilala mo yung anak ko, pupuntahan na niyo kagad siya, di ba? Ganon. Okay, diretso na. No? Okay. So, yung iba, dumadaan pa ng iba kasi hindi nila alam. Marami rin dumadaan pa rin sa OB, di ba? OB, yung OB naman, hindi siya specialist sa breast, di ba? So, okay. Now, yung nung nakita na kita, okay, nung na-diagnose ka na ng breast cancer, nagtanong-tanong ka. Okay, tama yung ginawa mo. Nagtanong-tanong ka kung sino So, napunta ka sa akin. no?
Yes po, Doc.
So, so,
Thankful po ako, Doc, na napunta po ako sa inyo.
okay.
Maraming salamat po.
So, from here on, ang pamilya mo, ako na ituturing mo family doctor, advisor.
Yes po.
Okay? Kung may mga problema ka, iba, kahit na hindi breast, pwede mo na akong ituring as advisor. Tatanong mo kagad sa akin. Na? Okay. Kung nasa linya ko, kung kaya ko, gagamutin kita. Kung hindi, ako mag-a-advise sa iyo. Ha? Saan ka pupunta? Na?
Yes
Okay?
po, Doc. Yes po.
Uh,
Salamat
so,
po.
so that's an example of an application of what we talk about this afternoon. No? So any more questions? Any comments? Anybody who wants to share their experience? Kung saan kayo napunta at first, ano? Ano yung mga dilemma ninyo? Si Perla, Perla, marami kang concern kung saan ka napupunta.
Ay, ask ko lang, ang mga OB gynecologist ay hindi ba sila considered as a specialist doctor?
Specialist din sila. O,
Parang wala doon sa nilagay nyo.
mahaba, hindi ko na malagay.
Mahaba. Akala ko yun lang i-present nyo, yung mga specialist doctor.
And hindi. Specialist kasi bago kasi sila maging OB, obstetrician or gynecologist, nag-ano mo na sila, general medicine mo na, 'di ba? Kukuha sila ng 5 years ng general medicine, then kukuha sila ng PRC, no? Philippine Regulation Commission na license to practice medicine. And after that, they apply for a residency program, a specialty program in OBGYN. That's about 4 to 5 years. No? Okay. So, after 4 to 5 years, gusto pa nila mag-specialties, may tinatawag na gyne-onco, no? So, another 2 years yon, no? Magte-train sila, guys. Ang tawag doon, specialist ang OBGYN, and then yung gyne-onco, you can just call them as subspecialist or super specialist. No?
Oncologist din sila.
Oo. Kasi meron din mga yung mga obstetricians na nag-specialize sa yung mga infertility, no? So, ibang grupo 'yon, di ba? So, reproductive, RAREI ito, reproductive, endocrine, and infertility, na iba-iba. Then may trophoblastic disease. Maraming subspecialty yung OBGYN, na? Meron pang infectious. Meron pang
Thank you,
infection.
Doc.
Meron pang yung mga ultrasound, transvaginal ultrasound.
Yung mga nag-ultrasound, mga ano ba yun?
Oo, nag-specialize sila doon. No?
China.
So, iba-iba. Ang dami, di ba? So, ang question ngayon, sige, ang challenge niyo, let's say, kung kailangan mo ng transvaginal ultrasound, sinong pupuntahan mo? Kasi ang radiologist gumagawa ng ultrasound also. No? Or pupuntahan mo na yung OBGYN na nag-specialize sa transvaginal ultrasound. Sinong pupuntahan mo?
Yung mga nagbabasa, doktor, mga radiologist, mga doktor din po ba yun?
Doktor din yon. Doktor din yon. Okay?
Akala ko mga technician ng mga yun eh. Doktor.
Initially, technician gumagawa. Pero yung official reading, doktor ang nagbabasa noon. Doktor.
Mga result, mga ultrasound, mga x-ray.
Yeah. Pero hindi sila, kasi ang kaibahan ng OBGYN na nag-ultrasound, meron, linya nila yung uterus, di ba? Yung ultrasound. Yung mga radiologists, hindi specialty nila yon. Malawak sila, parang broad sila. So, pwede sila mag-ultrasound sa thyroid, pwede mag-ultrasound sa abdomen, hindi nakafocus, no? Okay. So yung specialty talaga ng OBGYN na ultrasonographer, yan lang ginagawa nila. Talagang nakafocus.
O sa
Kaya,
babae, mga sakit ng babae.
So kung marami silang ginagawa at over the years, palagi lang ginagawa yon, mas expert na sila kaysa dun sa radiologist na ultrasound. Ganon. Kaya pag theoretically, kung pipili ka, mas maganda na rin ang pipiliin mo yung OBGYN na nag-ultrasound. No? Okay. Pero siyempre may kapalit. Kung minsan depende sa kaya mo rin. Kung minsan yung gastos, di ba?
Okay, doctor, thank you.
Okay. So we also have to factor in the cost para, no? So minsan, on general, mas mahal yung specialist kaysa yung generalist. No? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any more?
Thank you po.
So, if there are no more questions, okay. Ano, basta generalist versus specialist. And then kung talagang emergency, wala kayong kilala, diretso na kayo sa sa emergency room, no? Okay. Bahala na. Okay. Pero mas maganda kung may kilala kayong family med, no? I am at your service, ha? Basta tawagan lang ninyo ako, no? Kung may emergency kayo, tutulungan ko yung mag-decide kung pupunta kayo sa emergency room or not, no? Okay. So, huwag kayo basta-basta papasok sa emergency room. Kasi pag pumasok kayo, trap na kayo sa mga laboratory, lahat gagawin. No?
Mahal pa bayad, doktor, doon eh.
Oo.
Per sa emergency.
Lahat gagawin. No? Hindi kayo makakatakas na doon sa mga gastos. No? Okay. And then kung kahit na hindi emergency room, kahit na other than yung mga breast, thyroid specialties ko, you can ask me. No? I can give you advice. No? Okay? So if there are no more questions, let's call it a day. We'll see each other next week. Ang pag-uusapan natin next week ay which one to choose in turn yung mga conventional, kasi marami dyan mga alternative medicine, di ba? Maraming doktor na alternative medicine. So i-discuss ko yun, alternative medicines or conventional medicine. Kung saan tayo pupunta. Na? Okay? So, if there are no more questions, we'll call it a day. Meron pa? O may tanong? Wala na. Wala na.
Okay, Doc.
Say,
Thank you,
Sige.
Doctor. Happy Father's Day.
Oo nga, no? Today ba yun? Bukas.
Bukas
Bukas,
po.
Doctor.
Father.
Okay.
Third Sunday of June.
Okay. Okay. Nakalimutan ko na. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Bye-bye,
po.
Thank you po, Doc. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Doc. Happy
Bye-bye.
Father's Day po.
Thank
Happy
you.
Father's Day. Hi. Hi, Jeng.
Carla. Bye-bye po.